Shawn with CDE Animal Cages. Today we're going to set up a Model-555, which is 6 feet tall, 6 feet wide, and 2.5 feet deep. I always like to set my panels out accordingly to what they are, like the two fronts, the two backs, the two sides, get the vertical dividers and the floors and all situated. I'm going to have Christian help me, and we always start with the left side part of the cage, so like a left front and a left side, but we'll show you. While he's getting those panels, let me say one other thing. If you use a cordless drill instead of the Allen wrench to put your cage together, make sure it's set on the lowest setting. These drills are so strong that they can do havoc if it's set up all the way or onto drill, so make sure it's set on the lowest setting. So when we get situated like this, it helps to have a partner, but if you're by yourself, you always start from the top, and that helps keep the panels together so things aren't moving around. We have a left front, a side, and now we're going to do the left back. And it's good to keep your bolts kind of loose when you're putting all in on one side, just like finger tighten them, and then come back like Christian is and tighten them with either the Allen wrench or your drill. Because sometimes you just want that little bit of play to move the panel around to get them started. And then once you have what I call the U shape made, this helps support all the guts. So like we'll start with the left top and then work our way down. And then we'll keep going with the guts as far as the floors. And these are left floors because we're working on the left side of the cage. And this video will take just a little bit just because I want to show all aspects of how it goes. I got it, thank you. So now we go to the right back and the right front. And then this gets the left part together. The next step is your vertical dividers. And you can always put vertical dividers in once the whole cage is built. You just go through the doorway. But since we're building the whole cage, it's easier to put them in right here, right now. I have not had any problems with animals moving this or removing anything, and if I want to take them out, it's easy enough to just reach in then with my fingers and undo that vertical divider. And one last trick on the bottom vertical divider, only 2 more bolts, is sometimes depending on how your floor is situated or how level things are, you'll get to where you're like, I can't get it in. Well, you just gotta kind of move it and get it situated. And even the bottom holes sometimes may be a little off, so you just push down on your vertical divider and then they'll go in. So now we'll do the left top. And then your right floor. And then your last piece, which we won't bolt all the way on, but would be your last side. There are bolt holes between the two tops and each of the floors. You want to make sure you get those in because they are important to attach those, especially if you're taking the vertical divider out. So the last holes on the bottom floor, a lot of times we'll push the cage and get them from that side is how we get those bottoms. Unless it's on a stand, then you can reach in under the stand and do that. Same thing with casters. If I'm by myself, I'll lay the whole cage back, put the casters in. If somebody's here, they can tilt it one way or the other and put the casters in. But otherwise, that's how you put a 555 together. Okay, so on a 555, 559, 550, 551, any models where you have two tops or two floors that meet together, or it could be a custom model that you have floors or tops that meet together. In the bolt sack, you'll notice that there's large-headed bolts that are for the main cage, and then there's these small-headed bolts. These small bolts are what you use for under the floors when they're meeting together. The molded floors are molded so much that the larger head won't fit in there, so you use the smaller head bolts for those.